folks, this is Aitan Aja from InspiredToRise.com, and today I'm going to answer a question: why is it so expensive to shoot on film? So guys, I will start this off with the first question that came to your mind. What? Okay, I'm looking good. Peace. So guys, I will start off this video with the first question that came to my mind. That came to almost every viewer's mind. What is he talking about? Why is it so expensive to shoot on film? So what I'm talking about is filmmakers, cinematographers, people who actually shoot on film cameras which have rolling reels and everything. Not your digital cameras, not the type of camera that I'm shooting my video on, not a Sony camera, not a Canon camera, but real film cameras which are used in filmmaking, where 24 FPS cinematic shots are everything that you need to know. So why is it so expensive to shoot on film? So first you need to understand what a film is. A film is a reel which has a specific type of compound which changes its property when exposed to light. So what happens is that you are rotating that reel containing the film. So for example, if it's a 35mm film, so there's the 35mm film, there's the 70mm film, and really wide formats also. And if you're shooting on something like the 35mm, what happens is that reel containing the film, it's being rotated at 24 frames. It's being rotated at a speed that you get the moving images of 24 frames per second. Now what happens is that when that reel is exposed to light, the immediate light, what's happening in front of that camera lens, that scene is captured on that film. And that's the whole reason why I will move on to a separate point, that why shooting on film is better than shooting on a digital camera. That's a point for another video which we will talk on a different day. But why is it so expensive to shoot on film? What happens is, I shot on film. So the rate of that 35mm film is too high because it contains a special compound, and it has to be handled very carefully. And if you expose it to light, while it's not in the camera, it would get bad, it would get unusable, and the rates are very high. First thing. Second thing, when you have shot the whole film, you can't edit it. So for example, I shot this video on my camera. I just connect my camera to my laptop, start Final Cut Pro and start editing. You can't do that with a film. When you have a film, you just have the raw data. It's almost like shooting in S-Log. You have the raw data. Now you have to go to a studio to develop that film. So what happens is that film is developed just like a photograph is developed from its negatives. That film is developed. That process costs a lot. And that development process which happens in a studio, after that maybe all of the things like editing etc come into play. So that's why it's very expensive to shoot on a film, because even if you can afford a camera which is really expensive, the cameras which shoot on film are really expensive, and even if you can afford the rate for film, even 1 hour of film footage would set you back by really lakhs of rupees. So even if you can afford that much stuff, then this comes the additional cost of getting the whole process of developing the film, and then later editing and post-production and a lot of other things, and that makes filmmaking a really expensive business if you're somebody who is a purist and just wants to shoot on film. Otherwise, you can always grab a 4K camera or 8K camera. If you have a lot of money lying around, you can grab a good camera, snap on a good lens with a good aperture, shoot a lot of stuff, apply the film grain effect, shoot it on 24 FPS, and you're good to go. But if you want that authentic film look with the great motion blur at pure 24 FPS, so there's also this one notion that you can shoot in pure 24 FPS. No. Almost all of the cameras which work on NTSC systems shoot on 23.986 FPS. No camera, almost none of the digital cameras out there shoot in exact 24 FPS. And that's why people prefer film. That majestic quality, that rolling motion blur. It's not possible on a digital camera to that effect as is possible on a film. So that's why many cinematographers, many film producers, many directors still prefer film shooting over other forms of digital cameras. You have people like Christopher Nolan and a lot of other huge directors who still prefer to shoot on film on as many scenes as they can. So guys, this was it for this video. In case you liked this one, found it informative, do like, do subscribe to our channel, and do let me know in the comment section below if you want to watch more videos like this one. And no matter what you do, stay inspired to rise.